Fill up a big fat pack upon his back. And lots of goodies for you and for me. So leave the peppermint stick for all Saint Nick. Hang it on the Christmas tree. It's the holiday season. The holiday season. Hickory-dock. And don't forget to hickory stop. It's just exactly at 12 o'clock. He'll be coming down the chimney now. He'll be coming down the chimney. Coming down the chimney. Coming down the chimney now. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. May the calendar keep ringing. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays. Hallelujah, salvation and glory, honor and power unto the Lord our God. For the Lord our God is mighty, yes, the Lord our God is omnipotent, the Lord our God, He is wonderful.
Hallelujah, salvation and glory, honor and power unto the Lord our God. For the Lord our God is mighty, yes, the Lord our God is omnipotent, the Lord our God, He is wonderful.
Salvation and glory, honor and power unto the Lord our God. For the Lord our God is mighty, yes, the Lord our God is omnipotent, the Lord our God, He is
I'm cleaning the stage for the step machine. They know how to step. Do, 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 do. Congratulations, Mr. Johnny O. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm cleaning.
Alright, let's get this thing started.
Whoa. This is not the Scott's Brand Step Machine. Let's show 'em what we got.
Yeah! 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I love that building. No. You know what I love? I love Scott's Branch.
Hold on. Let's give him. Okay, so we'll pretend that one was for me. This one is for Patapsco High School and the Center for the Arts Performance Gospel Choir under the direction of Ashley Foster and Angela Richardson. There's also Sudbury Middle School Choir under the direction of Eric Christian. and their Scott Branch Elementary School step squad who woke me up after getting up at 2 in the morning. That got me going. They're under the direction of Tiana Barnett and Jasmine Deloach. A big round of applause for them. My name is Jason Newton, and good morning. Thank you for joining this morning. It is my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies for the 2022 inauguration of Baltimore County's elected officials. We also want to thank Goucher for having us here today and hosting this event. It is my pleasure at this point to welcome their president, Ken Devereaux, to the microphone.
Thank you, and welcome. And welcome to all of you, Baltimoreans, Marylanders. We are so happy to have you here on our campus today. Goucher College goes back a long way and a lot of long history, back to 1885, founded as a women's only college in Baltimore City. But we purchased land out here in 1921, and so we have been very much a part of Baltimore County ever since. The campus moved here in 1943 and became co-ed in 1985. And today, we are one of the 5 most diverse liberal arts colleges in America. We are ranked number 3 for study abroad in America. We guarantee 100% of our students to go overseas at one point during their graduation, during their time here before graduation, and that includes 1/3 of our students are low-income Pell Grant students. We make it possible at no additional charge for everyone. So we're very proud of our record. We're very proud to be Baltimoreans. We're very proud to be part of Baltimore County, and very, very proud of our alums. And probably we've had EPA administrators, we've had chiefs of staff for senators, we've had city council people right now. We have a variety of people who've gone into government, but probably nobody that we're prouder than our own alum, Johnny Olszewski. So we're very, very happy today to be the host site for the Baltimore County inauguration for the entire city council and everyone involved in Baltimore County today. We want to thank you all for coming here today and welcome you back at any time to explore the 300 acres of our campus. We are open. We consider ourselves a very much open campus and a resource of the county, and we will hope you'll come back and visit us at another time. Thank you for being here.
So as you heard, we are here today to swear in all of the newly elected Baltimore County officials. They consist of the Clerk of Court, members of the Board of Education of Baltimore County, the Register of Wills, the judges of the Orphans Court, the Sheriff, the County Council, as well as the County Executive. We do want to take some time right now, though, to also welcome and thank all the state and local officials who are joining us today. They include Senator Ben Cardin, and also Comptroller-elect Brooke Learman. We'd also like to thank the former Baltimore County executives who are seated behind me, as well as the county administrative officer. At this time, please stand for the invocation this morning offered by Reverend Dr. K.F. Albury, representing St. Matthew United Methodist Church.
Good morning. Let us pray. O God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come, our shelter from the stormy blast, and our eternal home. Eternal God, we come this morning just like empty pictures, needing to be filled from your full fountain of love. And we thank you, God, that you are already here. We ask that during this season of Advent, as we prepare to celebrate your giftedness, your gifts of hope and peace and love, that somehow at this time and on this morning, we may discover the power of your love that transforms us from the inside to the outside and makes us one. And so as these officials accept their responsibilities to lead us, may they be reminded of your laws and of your demand that says, as the prophet Amos, let justice roll down like a mighty waters and your righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. And now, Lord, under the shadow of thine throne, still may we dwell secure. Sufficient is thine arm alone, and our defense is sure. This is our prayer. In the name for those of us who know you as Jesus, but also for the other names that you are called and are known, we give you thanks. Amen.
I'll have you to please remain standing at this point, though, as we enter in Pipe Major David S. Thaler, as he leads the Baltimore Police, Fire, Sheriff, and Corrections Honor Guards for presentation of colors. Please join the Patapsco High School and Center for Arts Army JROTC in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by Sudbrook Middle School 7th grade Arieleb Josue Saldado for the rendition of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and of the free and a home of the brave.
At this time, Rabbi Ariel Sadwin of Aguda Israel of Maryland will now bestow this morning's ceremonial blessing on our elected officials.
Good morning. We are now 2 weeks from the arrival of Hanukkah, the Jewish festival of lights. More than 2,000 years ago, the Assyrian Greeks began oppressing the Jewish people in Israel, first forbidding certain religious practices, and then the desecration of the Holy Temple, and the oppression grew into something far more physically threatening. A group called the Maccabees mobilized a small militia who waged war with the far larger and more powerful oppressors, and they were miraculously victorious. Hanukkah celebrates the victory of this battle and the victory of light over darkness, the miracle of the small flask of olive oil that was found and used to light the menorah lamp in the Holy Temple, and the even greater miracle of the menorah's continuous illumination for the full 8 days. According to the Talmud, one of the laws that was outlawed by the Assyrian Greeks was the commandment to sanctify and bless the new moon every month. Scholars and commentators have long debated the question as to why the Assyrian Greeks would have chosen a seemingly unremarkable commandment to bless the new moon as the one to outlaw and to upend Jewish identity. The answer is that the monthly rebirth of the moon represents a renewal that each individual person may also experience and adapt. People can constantly find ways to inspire spiritual growth within themselves, even when they have endured challenges, since we, like the moon, also may renew and refresh ourselves to prepare for continued growth in our service of God. It was this concept of personal growth and renewal that the Assyrian Greeks attempted to eliminate by outlawing the sanctification of the new moon. Yet they failed. They were defeated. Renewal and growth were victorious. Ribono Shel Olam, Master of the World. Today we inaugurate Baltimore County Executive John A. Olszewski Jr. to a second term, a true opportunity for refresh and renewal, where he and his administration are prepared to build on the successes of their first term, the great leadership at a time of great uncertainty, the overcoming of unprecedented challenges, and to incorporate those experiences with their new goals for the next 4 years, serving the county, its families and households, and its businesses. Along with the county executive, we inaugurate the members of the county council, the judges of the circuit court, the judges of the orphans court, the clerk of the circuit court, the sheriff, the register of wills, and the members of the Baltimore County Board of Education. Almighty God, we ask you to bestow your blessings on this group of remarkable public servants, providing them with the tools they need to succeed and with good health and prosperity. And we ask you to bless each and every one of the 855,000 people who live their lives in this great county. Amen.
You may all be seated. At this time, the Honorable Judge Ruth Jakubowski, Administrative Judge for the Circuit Court, will administer the oath of the Clerk of Court, that's Julie Inzer, who will then administer the oath to the remaining officials.
Please raise your right hand. I, please state your full name,
I, Julie Lee Enzer,
do swear
swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland
and support the Constitution
and support the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully, without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of Clerk of the Circuit Court for Baltimore County,
Clerk of the Circuit Court for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and the laws of this state.
and the laws of this state.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now we'll give this back to you.
Our first group to be, hello, I'll back off. Our first group to be sworn in today will be the Board of Education of Baltimore County, and I'll have them come up as a group. They are Maggie Litz Dominowski, Robin Harvey, Julie C. Henn, Jane E. Lichter, Rod McMillan, Christina Pumphrey, and Brenda Hatcher Savoy, your Board of Education.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name individually.
I, Maggie Litz-Dominowski.
I, Robin Harvey.
I, Julie Christine Henn.
I, Jane Lichter.
I, Rod McMillan.
I, Christina Marie Humphrey.
I, Brenda Hatcher Savoy.
Do swear
Do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland,
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office
execute the office
as a member of
as a member of
the County Board of Education,
the County Board of Education,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
Joining us now for the Register of Wills, Alexis Burrell Road.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, Alexis Burrell Rohde,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Register of Wills for Baltimore County,
Register of Wills for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
I just proved why I was not a gambler. I had 50-50 on road and roadie, and I went road, and I lost. Apologies. Next, judges of the Orphans Court. They are William R. Evans, Juliet G. Fisher, and Arthur M. Frank, who is unfortunately unable to join us today.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full names individually,
I, William R. Evans,
I, Juliet Grace Fisher,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland,
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Judge of the Orphans Court for Baltimore County,
Judge of the Orphans Court for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
Joining us now, Sheriff R.J. Fisher.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, Raymond J. Fisher,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of
to the
Maryland
state of Maryland,
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof, and that I will,
and I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Sheriff for Baltimore County,
Sheriff for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this
and
state.
laws of this state.
Congratulations.
At this time, we'd like to recognize the judges of the Circuit Court who cannot attend today's ceremony because apparently it's a work day for them. So we don't want the day to go by without recognizing them at least. They are Robert E. Cahill Jr., Judith C. Inser, Wendy S. Epstein, Garrett P. Glennon Jr., and Stacy A. Mayer. A round of applause for them, please. We now move to the county council, and we'll do those individually, beginning with the first district, Councilman Patrick Young.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, Patrick Gerard Young Jr.,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
County Council Member
County Council Member
for Councilmanic District 1
for Councilmanic District 1
for Baltimore County,
for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of the state.
Congratulations.
Next is 2nd District Councilman Izzy Patoka.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, Israel Chaim Patoka,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of
to the
Maryland
state of Maryland,
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
County Council Member
County Council Member
of Councilmanic District 2
of Councilmanic District 2
for Baltimore County,
for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
Next, 3rd District Councilman A. Wade Catch.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, Albert Wade Catch,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of
to
Maryland
the state of Maryland,
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws
and
thereof,
laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
County Council Member
County Council Member
of Councilmanic District 3
of Councilmanic District 3
for Baltimore County,
for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations. You're so welcome.
On to the 4th District now, Councilman Julian E. Jones, Jr.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, Julian Earl Jones, Jr.,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
County Council Member
County Council Member
of Councilmanic District 4
of Councilmanic District 4
for Baltimore County,
for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
To the 5th District now, David Marks.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, David Scott Marks,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland,
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
County Council Member
County Council Member
for Councilmanic District 5
for Councilmanic District 5
for Baltimore County,
for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
The next one who forgets, I'm signing my name on there. 6th District now is Michael P. Ertel.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, Michael Patrick Ertel,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland,
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
County Council Member
County Council Member,
for Councilmanic District 6
Councilmanic District
for Baltimore County,
for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
And from the 7th District, Councilman Todd Crandall.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, Todd Kendon Crandall,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland,
to the state of Maryland,
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
County Council Member
County Council Member
for Councilmanic District 7
for Councilmanic District 7
for Baltimore County,
for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
Well, the awkward part of all this, at least for me, is that with all these wonderful people behind me, I didn't vote for any of them. Not a single one. I wouldn't if I could. No, just kidding. I live in the city, so I can't vote for anybody. But that doesn't mean that I can't root for the county. Because of my job, I can't root for anyone specifically, but I do root for Baltimore County, and specifically their, well, thank you. And I'll be honest, there's two main reasons, and that's my mother and father. They are in their 70s, they live in Randallstown, and they rely on senior services there. And if you tell them I call them a senior, I know where you all live. There's my aunt in Woodlawn, who I hope that when time comes, they need lights to be on in the streets that they come on. And their nieces and nephews who rely on education so that it'll be fair and high performing for them. And so whether these folks back here have a D or an R or an I, or they're nonpartisan behind their names, I hope they understand that all of us here are rooting for their success, specifically my case and my family, also because you don't want to cross my mother. So we wish you success. That success and same wish goes to our final person to be sworn in today, and that is County Executive John Yoshewski.
Be very formal here.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and please state your full name,
I, John Anthony Olszewski Jr.,
do swear
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United
the
States,
Constitution of the United States,
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful
be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of
to
Maryland,
the state of Maryland,
and support
and support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
County Executive for Baltimore County,
County Executive for Baltimore County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
Well, good morning, Baltimore County. What a blessing that we get to share in this moment together. I am so honored to be here with all of you. First, a few thanks. Thank you, Jason, for emceeing today's festivities and for cheering on Baltimore County. Thank you to our amazing performers today. Please join me in acknowledging them again for the talents that they share with us today. Thank you, President Kent Devereaux, and to the Goucher College family for hosting today's ceremonies. I am very proud to return to my alma mater today for this swearing in. And it is especially meaningful to be standing on this stage. One of the first occasions I had to provide remarks from this very spot was nearly 20 years ago as an undergraduate. Not too long after those remarks, I received an email from another student sharing that they enjoyed the remarks, coupled with a reminder to stand up straight. That other student is on stage with me today, and I am so much better for it. Marissa? Almost 20 years later, you continue to push me to be my very best. Thank you for being a co-pilot on this journey and for all the ways that you inspire me as a husband, as a father, and as a best friend. I am better at all of those jobs and this one because I have you always standing up straight alongside me. To our adventurous, creative, and kind daughter, Daria. We love you so much. Daria, you remain my source of inspiration every single moment of every single day. Thank you for being that constant reminder of why we need to keep fighting every day to build a better future for children just like you. I also want to thank all the members of my immediate and extended family, especially those who are here with us, for your unconditional love and support. I also want to thank and recognize the members of our Baltimore County team. You all have become extended family too. Thank you to our administrative officer, our department heads, executive office staff, and to each and every single Baltimore County employee. These last few years have brought challenges that none of us could have ever predicted, but through it all, you never wavered in your dedication and devotion to your work and to our residents. Every community across our great county is better off today thanks to your service. I must also thank and acknowledge my colleagues in elected office, our council members, judges, and members of the courthouse team, Board of Education members, and everyone else here today. Congratulations to each of you. I look forward to serving with you in the years ahead. We might represent different branches of government, hold different beliefs, or even belong to different parties, but we know that we are bound by a common call to serve and by a shared commitment to deliver a better future. But most of all, I want to thank the people of this great county for the remarkable opportunity to continue serving as your county executive. Four years ago, you put your trust in me to lead based on a series of promises. And together, we embarked on a journey to build a better Baltimore County and to usher in a new era of leadership, one that has embraced data-driven governance to deliver high-quality 21st century services to every neighborhood, not just a few. A journey that is removing the stain of corruption first enabled by Spiro Agnew half a century ago, and which is transforming Baltimore County into a model of open, accountable, and accessible government. A journey that is re-envisioning how we operate by embedding the values of mutual trust, respect, and honesty into the bedrocks of our government, because we know that they are the fundamental pillars for our shared and sustained success. It has already been quite the journey, one that's required all hands on deck. So whether you were among those instrumental in helping to first get us here, or one of the growing numbers of those who have joined us along the way, Baltimore County is better because of what we have all created together. Our successes have been powered by our inclusive philosophy and in the many ways in which you all have embraced it. Not just cheering for what we have done well, but also driving us to be even better in those places where we might have fallen short. Every public meeting, every email, every phone call, and maybe even some of the tweets have mattered. Because of you, we've invested more in public education than ever before. We've created the most transparent, accessible, and engaged government in our history. We are holistically investing in public safety, and as a result, we've made our neighborhoods safer. We've instilled the principles of equity and sustainability into the culture of Baltimore County. We've built the most diverse administration in our county's history, and we have fundamentally changed the relationship between our government and the people it serves. But we're not done yet. I am humbled to have the opportunity to continue serving as your county executive. It's a validation of the work we've done together and the progress we've made. And it's also a challenge for each of us to do even better in the years ahead. 4 years ago, we declared that we could overcome any challenge, both the expected and the unforeseen, as long as we did it together. And that's exactly what we did. Even though the circumstances we faced were far more challenging than what any of us could have ever imagined. We always knew that what we aimed to accomplish was going to be daunting. That was before we discovered an $81 million deficit literally buried into budget documents as a footnote. The kind of short-sightedness and the very culture of mistrust we were seeking to eliminate. And that was also before COVID-19 swept through our communities, leaving devastation in its wake. But in the face of these crises, we did not shy away from what was hard. Instead, we worked in partnership with our residents to make the difficult choices necessary to not only carry us forward, but to make us stronger on the other side. Together, we did what many said was impossible, tackling a structural deficit that was holding us back so that we can make record investments in education, recreation, and so many other areas important to our communities. And together, we delivered what was widely recognized as one of the best responses in the state to the worst crises of our lifetimes. Despite all that we faced, COVID in some ways actually showed us that we're capable of achieving even more than we first aimed to accomplish. And now, thanks to our federal partners, like my good friend, Senator Ben Cardin, we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to do more than recover to where we used to be. We have an opportunity to be where we should have always been. We know the type of generational change we envisioned and that we've been fighting for would take more than 4 years. Because for as good as we are now, with all that we've accomplished, we still have more work to do in order to live up to our fullest potential as a place where every family can find an attainable place to call home in a neighborhood they feel safe in. A place where every child, regardless of their zip code, can attend a world-class public school and go on to build the career of their dreams. A place that respects our rich agricultural legacy while keeping our eye towards the future, promoting ongoing economic revitalization and environmental sustainability. It is with remarkable pride that we've already achieved and an unrelenting optimism in that vision for the future that we now continue our work to reimagine what is possible. You know, I've always believed that we have not just a legal obligation, but also a moral imperative to expand economic opportunity, improve equity, and make sure that every family can find a safe place to call home in Baltimore County. There have been a lot of first evers in this administration, but I will forever be proud that in the midst of a global pandemic that reminded us just how fragile housing can be, we established the county's first dedicated Department of Housing and Community Development. This new department is now uniquely situated to both address historical inequities and to help us foster more inclusive communities. Baltimore County entered into a voluntary compliance agreement with HUD that requires us to build 1,000 new affordable units across the county by 2028. We are well on our way, and we will meet this goal. But fulfilling this obligation should be the baseline from where we start the conversation about attainable housing opportunities, not the end of our journey, because too many of us simply cannot access safe, affordable housing for themselves and their families in thriving communities near where they work and attend school. As we move forward together, we need to think more broadly to truly meet the housing needs of all of our residents. The average cost of a 2-bedroom apartment in Baltimore County is about $1,400 a month, more than what 2 adults working full-time at the current minimum wage can reasonably afford. Meanwhile, median rent rose nearly 18% during the pandemic's peak, showing few signs of slowing down. Home prices in our region have risen nearly 5% in the last quarter alone, 14% last year, and a staggering 35% over the last 5 years, keeping the American dream out of reach for far too many of our residents. We have to do more, and we will. In the coming weeks, we'll be introducing a foundational legislative package of housing and revitalization reforms, the first of multiple initiatives that will together realize a bold and broad vision to address key gaps in our housing continuum. From preventing homelessness, to expanding opportunities for low-income families, to strengthening pathways to home ownership, and to support investments in existing communities. We know that a multitude of challenges remain ahead of us, from supply chain issues, the cost of acquisition, and even NIMBYism. But to continue Baltimore County's rise above the past and away from unfortunate issues caused from historic redlining and housing segregation, we must make it a government-wide imperative to transform Baltimore County into a model of inclusive redevelopment and growth. This will require creativity, flexibility, collaboration, and maybe even a few battles along the way. But these are the ones worth having. We also recognize that housing does not exist in a vacuum. It's a foundational building block that empowers our residents to access everything Baltimore County has to offer. Still, no matter how affordable, housing remains unattainable without a reliable, good-paying job. Growing up in the shadow of a steel mill, had a front row seat to the shockwaves caused by the demise of the Sparrows Point Mill. But I've also seen firsthand how anchors like Trade Point Atlantic are transforming our local economy. Working together, we've created tens of thousands of jobs across a wide range of entry points. I'm thankful for the partnership with all of Baltimore County's anchor institutions and job centers, with whom we will continue to provide opportunities for all of our families. But building a strong, resilient workforce is about more than just job creation. It requires us to break down the barriers that far too often keep someone from pursuing their dreams. If a person can find a good job, but has no way to get there every day, it doesn't do them any good. If a parent can't find affordable childcare that enables them to go to that job, they'll never be able to get ahead. If a new company comes to town with exciting new job opportunities, but a resident can't afford the training they need to land that job, they will be left behind. Government has the opportunity, and I believe an obligation, to help these residents, our residents, overcome these obstacles. Every dollar we invest in a job is a dollar invested in the future of our neighborhoods. That's why we have taken common sense steps like freezing college tuition at our community college and expanding eligibility for the county's College Promise program. In the years ahead, we are going to build on this foundation, creating innovative programs that allows everyone to access career training opportunities. In the coming weeks, we're set to announce an exciting new pilot focused on doing just that. As we move forward, our administration is going to continue making investments in our people and our infrastructure to strengthen pathways into good jobs while also meeting the needs of our employers. Direct investments in our people improve lives and strengthens our communities in ways that benefit us all. So too do investments in our physical infrastructure. Our county has grown significantly in recent decades, and our infrastructure is certainly showing some signs of its age. With more than 850,000 residents, we must have modern, efficient infrastructure to meet their diverse needs. The institutions that keep our neighborhoods safe, like police stations and firehouses, require significant investments to ensure they are equipped to address the needs of our communities they serve, as well as our employees who work inside them. The school buildings where we educate our children must be modern, safe, and equipped to meet the needs of families from every walk of life. The parks where our families play and recreate should have the same amenities that will draw people to them, encourage active lifestyles and healthy communities. And while we are incredibly proud that we have made historic investments in our school buildings and recreational assets, know that we won't stop until every community has a world-class school building and park facilities that meet their needs. In the coming years, we will continue investing heavily in our capital infrastructure to ensure we are prepared to meet the evolving needs of our growing county. Now, through all this work, we'll never lose sight of our commitments to equity and sustainability. These two foundational values are the lens through which we view every decision because they make our decisions better. By focusing on equity, we chip away at long-standing injustices that plague our communities. By keeping sustainability at the forefront, we ensure a more livable future. From Randallstown to Rocky Point, we remain committed to building a more equitable, sustainable county I'll be proud to call home. Over the past 4 years, we have come together and surprised a lot of people. When we first began our improbable journey to seek this office, we were told by a chorus of naysayers we didn't have a chance. After defying those odds, we were told that what we needed to do simply couldn't be done in a place like Baltimore County. When the most dangerous public health crisis in a century upended our lives, we again showed that our amazing frontline heroes, our residents, are truly capable of life-saving work. Maybe it's my Dundalk roots, but I've learned to never stop rooting for the underdog. You never know when we're going to surprise you. Every time we face the supposedly impossible, we found a way to overcome it. And we did it through our unwavering belief in each other and the understanding that we are always stronger together. Considering all that we've accomplished under some of the most challenging circumstances, I truly believe the best days of Baltimore County are still yet to come. And our innovations and successes won't be the result of small thinking or closed circles, but the result of open hearts, open minds, and a willingness to embrace the possible, no matter how improbable it might seem at first. As we begin the next step of our journey, we hope you'll continue walking alongside us so that we can show Baltimore County and beyond what is possible. So let's go deliver on that promise of a better future together. Thank you, and God bless.
Yeah, you cheered for him, you laughed at me for a humbling experience. I'm sorry, now the joke's on you because I'm going to ask you to rise again, please, if you don't mind. Joining us now for the benediction is Imam Yasin Sheikh of the Islamic Society of Baltimore.
Please join me in prayer. We invoke Allah, God, to bless this gathering and to grant righteousness to us all and to our leaders, Mr. John Orchowski, and to make our leaders among those who fear him, seek refuge with him, follow his commandments, and seek his pleasure. O Allah, God, guide him to lead us with justice, fairness, compassion, empathy, and integrity. I want to remind us all of our responsibility towards pursuing truth and justice and to fight for it with patience and perseverance. Spread peace, feed the hungry, strengthen families, and do not lose sight of God. God takes an oath by time, and by time, verily all mankind is at a loss, except for those who believe, perform good deeds, and mutually encourage one another with truth, and mutually encourage one another with patience. I call upon Allah, God, our Lord, with the same supplication made by our father Abraham. May peace be upon him. O my Lord, make this a peaceful land and provide its people with fruits. I want to end with a prayer for our county. Our Lord, Allah, give us mercy from yourself and bless our affairs with guidance. Allah, God, the one who instills love and unites our hearts. Oh Allah, unite our hearts and strengthen our relationships. Ameen.
You may be seated. Before we release for today, there will be a final musical number by the Patapsco High School and Center for Arts Performance Gospel Choir under the direction of Ashley Foster and Angela Richardson. And once again, we want to congratulate all of our newly elected officials and thank you all for joining us today. And you all are invited to join us up in the concourse for reception following. Again, have a wonderful day.
Oh,